Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another game from the Wingspan World Cup 2025. We're here in this regional qualifying stage, along with other players from the UK. And so, yeah, we played 2 games so far, won 1, lost 1, but still a long way to go. Lots of games to play to secure our spot in the next round, and we've got one of those games coming up right now. So, yeah, we're going second in this one, so we are going to jump in and we're going to see what we get to work with in our starting hand here. Okay, we got a white-throated dipper, so definitely happy to see that. And that is going to secure our card access for this game. And to be honest, that might be all I need in this starting hand. I have got some other brown powers. American Crow can be interesting. Likewise, Tawny Frogmouth. But I think just with a brown power like this in the wetlands, seeing lots of cards feels like a good one to go for it. Yeah, I don't think the tray is really that interesting either, so probably going to leave that for now. And maybe could be a Falcon again. And that might actually make me think a second time about this Frogmouth, because yeah, it could be one easily played in the forest. Obviously with the starting nectar, take food. Should take a look at the feed. Okay, there is some nectar there which could help, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because I would quite like to just play this dipper and do some digging and, yeah, maybe find some better options. We have, as I say, got these 2 falconer birds, but I think we can dig and look for better stuff. So we will obviously keep that bonus card. And yeah, hopefully get some other options. So I think we're going to lock that in. And as I say, we'll be playing this dipper. I like to keep the nectar and just keep some flexibility. But with this tray resetting brown power, yeah, we're hopefully going to see some good stuff. So pushed it going in for my opponent. That's a very nice open as well. But the OD card as well. So we're both just going with one opening bird. And yeah, Bush Tit and Dipper, they're both very good, but both for slightly different reasons. Obviously, here we're just looking at more cards. But here, you're getting points and you're getting eggs. So I don't know, honestly, which one I'd rather start with. These could both go in very different directions. But okay, already seeing some Predator powers come up. Probably going to get blocked, unfortunately. Both the Heron and the Owlet. Yeah, very similar powers. Both very strong powers. We are going to get the Owlet, and we're going to get the Brown Falcon, so I think we just take those. Go Predator mode here. See what we get in this reset. Okay, another Predator, but also another Forest Brown power, which, yeah, could go very nicely here with this Forest Owlet. I'm liking the look of that a lot, and Kestrel, maybe it's still there next turn, and I can go pick that up. So yeah, I think I'll take the Nuthatch for now. But yeah, that's a really good draw already. So yeah, happy I did not go with the less good Predators that were in the starting hand. And there we go, Purple Heron already in. So yeah, this is a really nice start in this wetland. Some strong brown powers going on, but we will just leave that for now. And yeah, as I say, I think I'm going to take this Kestrel, and we'll go off the top as well, okay? Sparrow is less interesting. Oh, but Goldfinch, that is very interesting. So I'll be taking that. Pink power, very nice. Yeah, we're going to be getting some tucks off that in response to what my opponent's doing in the wetlands. So I think getting that down is going to be a priority. And yeah, go from there, see what else we can yeah, build in this forest. I think that is really going to be the aim here. So let's begin with the Owlet straight away. I don't think I really need to think too much about that one. And yeah, as I say, take some food. Probably try and get this Goldfinch in. I think that's going to be my top priority, is playing this Goldfinch. So might need to take food a couple of times. Obviously, that's one of the good things about this Heron. Not just that it's going to hit 3 times potentially, but you can block Nectar in the bird feeder, which is exactly what my opponent did. So smart play there. And yeah, something that we're going to have to definitely watch out for. But okay, now we do get a reroll. So I think we go with that. Let's take the seed, and there we go, Nectar as well. So very good. Of course, now we can manipulate the feeder ourselves, and I think I will do that just a little bit and see, can we get some success on this Owlet? Yes, we can. Very nice. So yeah, 3 hits there. We're trying to keep up with this Purple Heron, so that's maybe going to be the battle of this game, is these 2 Predators. Which one can outscore the other, but yeah, I'm definitely liking where we're going, and Looks like my opponent's actually discarding eggs here to see more cards, which is, yeah, definitely interesting. I think with this end of round goal as well, you know, I might just play this Goldfinch and lay eggs a couple of times to try and secure that, and then go about setting things up in round 2. But I think this pink power, absolutely no-brainer. Got to get that in. As I say, with this bush tip, that's going to be just tucking loads throughout this game. This purple heron, it's going hard. 9 caches already, so they've got to watch out there. But yeah, it feels like for sure the wetlands is going to be where my opponent's focusing on. So if we can just, you know, chip away at that engine, take a point off it each time, I think that's going to be a nice position to be in. So, okay, was that taking food? It was taking food. All right, well, you've got 2... Oh, sorry, you've got 1 egg. I can get 2, so I'm just going to lay these eggs now. And then, yeah, cross the bridge next turn. If we need to lay eggs again, I will. I might not need to. I may be able to just get away with going and taking food. And indeed, because actually, yeah, my opponent's just going to miss the center row completely, but more tucking going in with the swallow, which is very, very nice. So, okay. What do we want to do now? I could definitely take food, get this nuthatch in the game. I feel like that's not a bad idea. I'm kind of wondering about this tray. I mean, you know, Dick's Thistle's not a bad option if we're going to have some extra cards. I quite like the mannequin as well. Maybe even that Lazuli Bunting just for some more eggs, but I don't know. I think at this point, I think I want to just, yeah, focus on, as I say, getting my own things going. So probably what I'm going to do here is just take the food for the nuthatch, so I know I can get that down next round. So can we get some hits on the owlet? Oh, nearly maxed that out. Unfortunately, not quite, but there we go. Easy end of round goal win. 30 points already. We're looking good into the next round. And okay, well, we've definitely got to do something about that tray. I can't leave Chiff Chaff. But Martoni and Carrion Crow, those go exactly perfectly with what I'm trying to do in this game. So I think I just take those, reset the tray, get rid of the Chiff Chaff. And all right, another Predator Power comes up in the Gannet. So might go with that. But yeah, now suddenly this turns into a Moltoni game. Now I've got to think more carefully, because something like that Bird Sparrow could be quite nice. And equally a big point bird like the Night Heron could be good. So I think I do have to go with the Gannet though. I think with the Falconer, with the Carrion Crow now as well, there's just such good synergy there. So we'll take that. And okay, reveal more Tucky Birds to my opponent. I'm sure they'll go and grab that. But yeah, this is looking good now. This is definitely looking good. So yeah, got some nice teal powers. I say Moltoni's is a no-brainer. Still in round 2. Still plenty of time to make that work. Get some good usage out of that. And we're going to be wanting to take all the actions anyway, because we're going to need to draw cards. We're going to need to get food. Obviously use this owlet. And we're definitely going to need to lay eggs. So yeah, should be a no-brainer to go with that. And likewise, yeah, a no-brainer I think for my opponent to go and pick up Ring, Build, Gull. So it's looking like a very nice wetland zone. Okay, White Stalk has now come up. Do I have to go and take that? I feel like I probably do, as inconvenient as maybe it is, but it's just such a good bird and actually gives me a chance to pick up this Night Heron as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And okay, maybe less interested in these birds, but honestly, I could see a world where Cedar Waxwing gets some usage. If we've got extra cards and need a bit more food. Not really too sure about the rest here. Maybe the Plover could be something my opponent wants, but I think the Bush Tit's already kind of sorting them out for eggs. So I don't know, maybe the Magpie as well if we want more food. I'm hoping this Nuthatch could do, yeah, something to help us there. So I don't know, I'll take the Waxwing. I'm unlikely to play either of those, to be honest. So but yeah, we've got things to be doing, so probably going to be getting this nuthatch down. Probably going to need to take food a couple of times, then play Moltoni and lay eggs, and then it's just going to be a question of what we get down next. Whether maybe it's the Stork. I mean, we could do this Carrion Crow, but we do actually only have one Predator in, so you know, that's the kind of bird where if I don't play it until the 3rd round, I'm not really sacrificing too much. And by then, hopefully, I'll have got down Falcon and the Kestrel, and maybe this Gannet as well. So honestly, it feels like we've got lots of good options to keep us busy with for a little while here, which is going to be good. Because, yeah, when you've got Martini, you always want good birds to play. You don't want to be running out and then having to, yeah, dig and hope that you find some good stuff. So let's get this Nuthatch gem. And I say that's just going to help push this forest out another slot, so we can now start discarding cards, hopefully get some more food, and hopefully with some nectar in the feeder, we can grab some of that. But also this brown power has that flexibility where maybe, you know, we take that as points with the caches, but maybe we actually need that as food to spend on playing some of these birds. So yeah, certainly not in a bad place here. Got things to be doing, but yeah, it looks like opponent is still digging. And here we go. More pink power tucks coming through, which is very, very nice. So honestly, good birds coming up. I mean, that flycatcher's nice, that twite is nice, but I've got to just get on. I've got to start taking food and playing some of these birds. So yeah, no time to waste here. Let's go and grab some food. And yeah, I guess, I mean, I'm gonna want worms. I'm just trying to think what actually is my next priority in terms of birds that I want to play with the Multonian. Honestly, it might be the white stork. It might be just getting this forest pushed out a little bit more and getting more food up there. So I'll keep it flexible. I'll grab some worms for now. And yeah, I mean, I'm imagining we're going to see the ring-billed gull come in. So I think we're going to be able to get full usage on this feeder, maybe with a reroll. So hopefully, okay. Owlet's not quite keeping up with this purple heron and its 12 caches. But yeah, as I say, if it can just help us get this feeder moving around a little bit, that's going to be important. And there goes ring-billed gull. We're going to get our reroll, and there is our nectar. So we're going to take these, and yeah, I think honestly, I think the waxwing can go. I don't see myself playing that here, realistically. And yeah, I guess then we'll take another worm. We do have lots of birds that need worms. So let's take another worm. Of course, get our cache there, and hopefully, come on, Forest Owlet, I'm going to need you to do some work for us. And you're not really doing it so far, so that was a bit of a shame. But okay. Yeah, we should be good for this end of round goal, I suppose, as well. I mean, there is a world where my opponent could lay eggs on the swallow. But I'm thinking if we play Multoni and lay eggs, discarding a food, just to make sure we've got 3 eggs down, then when we play a bird, we've still got 2. I feel like that should be enough to be, yeah, giving us a good shot on the end of round. And then, as I say, it's just a question of what goes down next. Maybe I do just go Carrion Crow. Maybe that's not the worst idea in the world. Because, yeah, it's still going to get the extra point. And I know I'm going to want to play at some point, so we will see. I think I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, because, yeah, for now, I guess I can just do this, keep the flexibility on. The nectar, so Multoni goes in. And, yeah, last sense could be laying eggs, which is exactly what we need for the end of round goal, but also to make sure we used all 4 actions. So we're looking in good shape. The points are healthy, and as I say, we've got some big point birds, and you know, think about these predators not as 5-point birds, but as 7-point birds with the falconer, and potentially more coming with the carrion crow as well. So that is definitely going to be a good one to be going with. So yeah, I'm feeling like probably I will play carrion crow. But for now, yeah, I can just go and lay eggs. And I suppose this is the question is, I could discard a food, but I feel like food's actually quite precious here. I'm going to need it to play lots of these expensive birds. I might just discard a cache, which might seem silly because I'm just turning a point into a point. I'm turning a slightly less useful point into a slightly more useful point in the eggs. So I'm not sure if I've ever done that exact sequence before, that usage of the nuthatch seeds, but you are allowed to do that, so I will go ahead and do that. And yeah, as I say, then we can go ahead. And I think it is going to be worth playing this carrion crow, and then yeah, next round, I don't know, maybe it's going to be taking food. Probably want to play this brown falcon somewhere. Maybe that goes in the grasslands, to be honest, but maybe it depends what other cards we can find. But okay. Yeah, we are going to be good on this set of round goals, so that's very nice. But yeah, as I say, I think carrion crow it is. I suppose actually that could go in the grass, since that's maybe not a terrible idea. Let me think about that, because then, yeah, maybe we take food and play the white stork. Get that down in the grasslands. That's definitely where it's going to go. And then we're just getting more eggs. So maybe this falcon as well goes there. I don't know. We've got some decisions. We've definitely got some decisions. I think, given that I've got the gannet and the night heron to go in the wetlands as potential options, I honestly don't mind putting that here. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, we're just going to get, as I say, the 1 cache here. But hopefully next round it's going to be 3, maybe 4, depending on the birds we can get down. So another end of round goal win. Probably feeling less good about this next one, but look at that, more predators coming up. So don't know necessarily, especially now Carrion Crow's got in, that we're going to get hands on those. But maybe something like the Screech Owl, the Cooper's Hawk, you know, slightly cheaper options than these other ones we have waiting for us. So yeah, maybe those are ones we could go for. But as I say, we've got good stuff to be getting on with. And yeah, certainly something like this Night Heron for a nice final round play feels pretty straightforward and kind of good to just bank that for now and have that in reserve. So opponent is drawing, and yeah, we are going to potentially get these Predator powers. Now, I think we do take these. I think we do. I think the Screech Owl in particular feels good because I can just get it down pretty quickly with a worm. I'm going to need cheaper options, I think. So I'm going to take these two. I might leave the red-tailed hawk, given that we've kind of already got comparable options here. So I'll take these two, reset the tray. Okay, just going to get another one in the Roadrunner. Magpie Luck's kind of fun, but we're sort of filling up our grasses already here. And I don't think we're going to have a spare slot at the end, so... Oh, I'm going to take the Roadrunner. We're just so swimming in predators right now. I'm definitely not going to be able to get all of these down, but honestly, it wouldn't be the worst idea. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking now, maybe I don't even play the White Stork if I'm going to play, you know, Roadrunner and maybe some of these other options. That could work out quite nicely, so yeah, maybe just have to see what the Bird Feeder reroll is going to get us, but honestly... we could just lead into the predators here and try and get points that way. So yeah, another card coming through. So maybe this is another thing to think about, because you know, there's potentially a world where the Roadrunner gets a tuck, maybe Cooper's Hawk, maybe Round Falcon as well. That could be useful for this end of round goal. So not to be sniffed at, I think, those potential extra points. But yeah, for now, I think let's just go and take food. And okay, no nectar, but we do get a rat and a fish, so that does help us out a little bit. I think we've got too many predators here. I'm not going to be able to play them all. I think probably the Kestrel goes, because would I rather play the Roadrunner or the Kestrel? Probably the Roadrunner. So I think you go. And yeah, what do I take in terms of the extra food? Probably going to be a fish, because I'm thinking about this. I'm probably going to play... I think I do play the Roadrunner here. I think I'm going to play the Roadrunner, lay eggs, play... I don't know, I feel like the extra cards might actually be useful here. I could play the Stork, lay eggs. Maybe I just sacrifice the end around goal. Play Stork, lay eggs, and then play the Falcon in the forest. And then I take food again and get ready for another play. But I don't know, I really like the idea of getting Roadrunner in here. It would be another point on the Carrion Crow, so I'm going to leave myself that option. I'll take the fish for now and set myself up for hopefully a reroll later on. This Forest Owlet, this is not how it's supposed to go. We've got 15 caches over there, just the 3 over here, so yeah, not ideal, but as I say, we've got good things to be getting on with. Okay, you're taking food, so presumably the last piece of this wetlands puzzle is going to come in. And we're very close to getting the last pieces of our grass puzzle coming in. So, oh, what do we go with? What do we go with? As I say, could definitely go... Could even just go Brown Falcon and Roadrunner in the grasslands. And then put the Hawk and the Owl in the forest. That might not be a terrible idea either. And in terms of food, yeah, I mean, we would need... Obviously need a little bit of extra food. But I think that's where we use this forest, and yeah, certainly with the bird, like maybe this brown falcon, as I say, or maybe just play this screech owl and see what it can do. I think this end of round goal feels out of sight, especially if these 2 nectars are going to get spent on another bird. So yeah, I think honestly, I think I'm going to go with the Roadrunner. So we'll prioritize that over the White Stork, and yeah, see what that can do. See what that can do in terms of point generation here. But yeah, for now, I say it's 2 points on the Falconer and helping out this Carrion Crow a little bit more as well. So we'll lay some eggs. Probably... Oh, you've gone food again. Okay, probably going to play this Screech Owl before taking food. And I think given that we're not going to play this White Stork, I think I just discard it now. So bye-bye. We'll get rid of you, and yeah, we're going to see, can we get a hit on this Roadrunner? We cannot, so let's say end of round goal. Probably was always out of reach anyway, but yeah, I think we get Screech Owl in, and then take food and see what that goes in. Oh dear, the bird I didn't want to see, Bioweaver going in, so yeah, this Wetlands is well and truly capped off. Looking very, very strong there, so we've got a task on our hands competing with that, but yeah, we can only do our own thing, and that's going to be going for all these predators. So Screech Owl, in you go, and yeah, we'll take food. And oh, I think it might be worth getting rid of this Gannet. I think it might be worth getting rid of the Gannet purely because I think I've got better options. I don't know, maybe the Cooper's Hawk, maybe that's not going to go in. So maybe this is a better play, but I don't think I'm going to get to play everything here. Especially drawing cards that last round. Maybe something good comes up there. It's going to help us. But yeah, this Goldfinch, this is doing a great job. Really glad I found that. And all right, let's take food. What can we get? No nectar, but luckily some rats, so we'll take that. And yeah, as I say, maybe Brown Falcon is the play with the Moltoni this end of round. At which point, I don't think Cooper's Hawk is a realistic play in the final round, so I will get rid of that. We can grab another fish here. And probably another rat, to be honest, if I'm thinking about Night Heron. So we'll try going with that. No luck on the Screech Owl. Come on, Owl. I'm going to need better from you here. What could you do for me? There we go. That's more like it. 3 caches, so definitely a better turn there. And all right, teal time. So yeah, Falcon, as I say, get that down in the grasslands here. And then I'll suddenly, Carrion Crow bumped up from 1 to 4 caches. So very nice. Good synergy there. And yeah, not our end of round goal. But we're looking good for this last one. We're coming to the final round. And okay, not the greatest. Not the greatest of trays. But we do have to draw cards. And I think... Let me just do that now. So, what can we get? We're going to get the white whitetail. Maybe it would have been nicer a little bit sooner. These are all pretty awful options, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. But okay, I say I feel like the plan is in motion. Where as long as the right food comes up, we are going to need some nectar or some fish. But we probably just play these 2 birds. That feels like not a bad idea. They're both brown powers. They're both big point birds. And yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I don't think we need to worry too much about anything else. So let's go and take some food. And there's the nectar we wanted. So thank you very much, bird feeder. You've done your job. And yeah, I guess we take a fish as well. So yeah, 2 fish, 2 nectars, and a rat. That's enough to play these 2 birds. Screech Owl, no dice. Come on, Owlet. This is your last chance. Can you do something? No, you can't. So just the 6 caches there. Slightly disappointing. I was definitely hoping for more. Especially looking at the 18 over here on the Heron, which admittedly has been used a lot more. But still, definitely some overperforming going on over there. It's going to make this game very, very interesting. But yeah, so many tucks. This Bioweaver came through just in time, I think. And yeah, I'd be worried about some eagles coming in as well, given the volume of cards drawn. But we're still getting our free tucks coming through from the goldfinch, which is great. It's time for us to lay some eggs. So yeah, we're really hoping on these predators late on. So brown falcon is going to disappoint. Can Roadrunner make up for it? Yes, it can. So okay, at least picking up one tuck there. But yeah, we're gonna need some support there, because this is looking scary. The number of tucks over here, I'm not liking it. So yeah, obviously, as I say, we've got some nice big point birds to come down, and we've got the carrion crow to do some work as well. But it's yeah, it's scary times at the moment, I think, as we come into this late game with the mass frenzy of tucks going on. But let's just get the gannet in. So spend a couple of fish on you, and yeah, have one more turn here, laying eggs, seeing what these predators can do, and then just playing the night heron with the warbler. So yeah, felt pretty straightforward this game. Not too many kind of difficult decisions, aside from the white stock, which I think was the right call to get rid of that. Maybe it finds me some better options, but honestly, I've been quite happy with the options we've had late on here, so it's not been too important. And obviously these extra predators help out the bonus card and the carrion crow. So last turn, lay some eggs. Come on, predators, what can you do? Brown falcon, good work. Greater roadrunner, good work. So 6 points there. Happy with that. But yeah, 24 caches on this purple heron. And potentially one more turn, although, yeah, as I say, if there is a Benelli's or East Imperial Eagle in here, I'd imagine we're going to see that go down. But it seems like not, so just drawing and tucking. Obviously, the egg spaces are full, which does have an impact. Missing out on a couple of points, but still. Lots and lots of tucks, but one more for me on the goldfinch. Yeah, that's going to be a tough total to beat. We'll see what we can do as we use our teal powers here. So yeah, night heron, no-brainer, nice big point bird. Very, very good. And obviously the carrion crow. So another 5 caches, so 10 in total. I think that was a good play. And yeah, we win another end of round goal. So that has been where we have been strong, and obviously nectars as well. Definitely where you can pick up points against that kind of wetland engine where, you know, not many birds are being played. It's just lots of drawing and tucking. So worked out in 2 habitats. Obviously not in the wetlands, but we'll still pick up the majority of the points there, and we'll come into the scores. So yeah, honestly, I don't know where this is going to go. We've obviously scored well, but if my opponent, yeah, has all of those tucks and caches, we're going to need to build a significant lead here. So here we go. Obviously, we had quite a few caches of our own. And yeah, the tucks, the goldfinch was helpful. How damaging is it on my opponent's side? It's close, but I think we're going to hold on with these nectars. We do indeed. For the win, 135 up against 125. So yeah, very, very high scoring games for both of us. Kind of both had good stuff going on, as I say. Nice synergy for us with the falconer and the carrion crow. Maltini came up just in time, and we're able to make that work. But yeah, scary, scary wetlands over here. So many tucks. That heron did a phenomenal job. Not quite enough though. So 3-point mechanical engineer. Honestly, not too bad to pick up a few points from this kind of wetlands. But yeah, really, really nice start. Really, really nice combos with these tucking powers. Such a strong engine, such a strong score. But yeah, we were able to beat that with the goldfinch, definitely helping out. And as I say, the good synergy with the teals and the bonus card. So super fun game. Enjoyed that one a lot. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching it as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you do want to see more games from the Wingspan World Cup, do make sure you're subscribed and following along. And I look forward to seeing you in another game very, very soon.